Welcome to another episode of Mechanics on Duty. Today we have a 2010 Honda CRV. It's a 2.4 engine. This car came on a tow truck. It doesn't start. So we're going to show you what's the problem. You can tell by listening to the car. I'm going to have my assistant crank the car and you're going to listen to this noise. You hear that noise, that clunking noise? That's a starter relay trying to engage, but the starter is not turning in. So what we're gonna do on this one is we're gonna change the starter motor. The motor is under the intake, so we have to remove a lot of stuff, the intake duct, the intake manifold, to get to the starter. So this is what we're gonna do today, okay? Okay, first we're gonna disconnect this battery. You're gonna remove number 10, loosen the number 10 on positive and negative, which is on this side. And next you're gonna take out the battery holder, which is the battery bracket. Deep number 10 should reach. Lift out the battery and place it somewhere safe. Now you have a lot of access to the air duct and the throttle body down there. Next, we're gonna disconnect the map sensor. You're gonna loosen the air filter housing by removing these clips. There's like 3-4 of them, and the air filter housing should lift. Next, you're gonna loosen the number 10 on the air duct from the throttle body. And once you have that loose, you can push off this air duct here. This is a big fat pipe from the intake housing to the engine throttle body. If it doesn't come out, loosen it a little bit more and then try again. You could use a pry bar to push it up a little bit, so that's like an assist for you. Because once this sits there for years, it grabs itself to a throttle body. Okay, my assistant Louis is doing a very good job so far, and he has all the snap-on tools. He buys the best. He buys the best. So now he's gonna yank off the throttle body air duct housing. And there's probably a connector back there. Okay, there's a couple of air hoses in the back. These two. Can you point and show them which one? That one and that one, which goes here and there. Once you have that, you can just lift out the whole housing. Next, we're gonna take off these 4 bolts for the throttle body. They're number 12. The reason we're doing that is so we could just pick up the throttle body and put it to the side, so we don't have to loosen the cooling lines. That would make a big spill.
Cooler lines.
These are the cooling lines. It's gonna take a few minutes to get those bolts out. Magnet tray is on the other side. Louis likes to use more of his snap-on tools. That's a magnet tray.
That's a blue point.
Blue point, sorry. That's a blue point.
Same thing.
Same thing. Expensive stuff. It's a good thing to have a magnet tray so you can keep your bolts organized. So every bolt he takes out, he grabs and puts it in the magnet tray. And it stays there, doesn't move. Now he has throttle body loose, but there's other vacuum lines he might have to take out. And there's the vacuum line. You can grab them both. So it has a small little O-ring clamp. Once you have that out of the way, you can twist, turn to loosen the grip, and then just pull the hose back. Comes right over. So now you can just lift the throttle body and put it to the side. It separates from the intake manifold. And all you need is a little bit of space to get it out of the way. So he has a throttle body out of the way, and you can see now the intake is separate from the throttle body. Now we can, once we have all this out, we can just lift the intake and just put it to the side. Next, we're gonna take out more vacuum lines. This line is very, very important, and make sure you put this one back. I believe this goes straight to the brake booster. If you don't put this line, that's it. You're having an accident. Take off the two number 10s on top of the cover. And this is gonna give you access to a lot of bolts that holds the intake. And then you lift the cover out. From here, you're gonna see number 12s that holds the intake. But before that, there's a couple of vacuum lines like this one right here. The ground, you have to make sure you put that one back. And this little bracket right here is gonna come off with that number 10. And there might be one more vacuum line down there. Okay, so we're gonna continue. Alright, we're gonna continue taking out the vacuum lines. Take off the clamp, and then you have to try to break the grip of the vacuum line to the metal piece. Turn, turn, turn. It's gripping at the edge on the other side. There you go, it's loose now. You just push it and slide it off.
Move the hose out of the way.
Couple of number 10s.
With this one you have to be careful with not dropping the neck of the throttle body.
Looks good up here, so let's remove that connector too. That one, yeah. We're gonna remove the map, and it's the map sensor there, MAP. We're gonna remove that connector and that purple harness clip there. The connector for the map sensor. There you go, the connector's out. So far on the top, we got the throttle body out the way. We took off the vacuum lines from here, the vacuum line here. Got the connector out from the map sensor, and all the harnesses out the way. Now we're going to go in the bottom. There's a bracket that's holding the intake manifold. It's probably got two number 12s on it, and I believe there's one connector in the bottom also. Let's go in the bottom. We're gonna lift up the car. Okay, now we have the car up in the air. There's a couple of clips. This car has clips missing, so we're gonna just show you which clips you need to take out. There should have been a clip here, there, there is missing most of them. And there's like number 10 here. We're gonna take that out. And then there's clips down here. And same thing on the opposite side. Once those are out, this cover should come out. We're gonna take that cover off and show you what we're gonna do underneath. Okay, now we have the cover out of the way. It's hanging. We only took one side out because the bolt is jammed. So now we have access to, you want to show them, Mr. Lou?
Now we got access to the bracket.
The intake bracket. He's gonna take off the two number 12s. Once you have those two number 12s out, the bracket should come off.
We're going to disconnect that connector for the knock sensor.
Yes. So,
Now we're going to disconnect this connector right here. After you lift up the ear there, you sort of push it down to be released like that. And now we want to disconnect the nose sensor out of the way. There's this one down here.
So we're gonna hold that thought. We're gonna disconnect the knock sensor later. Let's remove the intake. There's number 12 here, here, there, and there. 1, 2, 3, and one more on that side, and then one on this side. Once you have them loosened up a little bit, you could take them off by hand. Almost there. A few more bolts. think this is the last one. Okay, now we have all the bolts out. Intake should be ready to come out. So the intake is loose and the AC line is bothering, so all you have to do is go a little bit to the right and lift it out.
Okay, we get the intake up to here. Like you guys can see, that's more than enough space to take it out the starter. I don't decide to take it out completely because it's gonna be too much hassle to bring it back inside, but that's fine there. What I did, I release it and start turning slowly counterclockwise and going up, moving my way with the hose on the throttle body out of the way. You will be able to bring it here with no problem. Okay, now we want to disconnect the knob sensor. After that, we want to disconnect the number 12 or number 10. It's going to be holding the battery cable. It's going to go directly to the starter, and the connector for the starter.
That's a number 17 millimeter socket, a gear wrench. That's returning out the bolt for the starter. This one more in the back, which is a 14. Now you can yank the starter back. It should slide right out of the transmission housing. And
now we're gonna go to the top.
We're gonna go to the top.
Alright guys, this is the two starter. This is the new one, this is the old one. Now I want to show you guys how to match it, make sure that the one start is correct. If you guys going through the same process, you want to put the correct piece, you don't want to make a mistake. First thing that you want to look is the connector, the position of the connector where it go, the position where the hot wire is going to be going. Second, you want to make sure that the neck has the same length like this. And after that, you want to make sure the threads in the starter are the same. Yeah, I can see that the same ones. If you want, you can go so far like counting 1, 2, 3, 4 in the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should be it. That's how you match up the starter to make sure it's right. Now we want to put the new starter back in place. Alright, when you got it like at that position, the neck is almost inside. You wanna put 12mm in the top. You want to catch it with your finger most of you can, the threads, before you tighten it. Make sure that you don't tighten it that much. Make sure that you tighten it good only. You don't want to over tighten it. After that, you want to cover the ball back again with the rubber, with the dust cover. Okay, after that, you want to finish it and slicing it inside. Okay, we're going to go for the bottom first to put the 17, and we're going to go back up to put the 14. Why we decide to go for the bottom? Because for the bottom it's more easy to see it, and you're gonna gotta sit it on properly. Now you wanna get the 17, put it through the starter to go through the transmission. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna catch some threads on. You wanna go most of you can right now. You wanna go most of you can right now before you tighten it. that's what you want. You don't want to go all the way inside. You want to use enough to hold it and let it loose. Or you can put the 14 in the top. Now we want to put the 14.